Good evening, guys, and welcome to Fun After 40 with Atiya. Tonight's episode is on forcing relationships. Relationships can be with a lover, a coworker, or a family member. People spend a lot of energy and time trying to force a relationship that's just not there. You have to allow people to be who they are, and you have to understand that you cannot change them. A forced relationship is a false relationship. So when you force a relationship with someone, you're living in an illusion. You're not living in your truth. You're living in the illusion that that person is or going to be who you want them to be. Letting go is a short phrase, but it's very hard to do. And when you feel deep in your heart that something is not real, you have to let it go. If you feel deep in your heart that you're giving more love than you're receiving, you have to stop. You can't force people to love you. You can't force people to be who you want them to be. Forcing relationship can destroy the quality of your life. You waste a lot of your time, you waste a lot of your energy, and then at some point it becomes self-destruction because you're setting yourself up, putting expectations on people that's not emotionally available to you. When you're at your job with your coworkers, teamwork doesn't mean friendship. When you grow up with people and you're friends for a long time and then you get older and the relationship change, you can't continue a friendship with the person you used to know because that friendship becomes an illusion because you're in a friendship with the person you used to know, not the person who's presented in your face today. Family is supposed to be one: love, support, guidance, and some people allow that word family to destroy them because they refuse to let go. And although people are your family members, at times you have to love them through God because your peace is more important, and you have to realize you can't change people. And although they're your family member, doesn't mean you have to continue to allow them to hurt you. Forced relationships with lovers. People be in relationships sometimes just to say they're in relationship, but the relationship is forced, and anything that's forced is false. And again, the relationship is an illusion. If the relationship is not healthy, you can't make it healthy when it's not healthy. You can't make someone love you when they don't love you. You can't make yourself love someone if you don't love them. You can't force someone to be who you want them to be. You have to, that short phrase I started off with, let go. You have to let go of people, and you have to deal with your pain. You have to deal with yourself, because continuing to be in situations where you're forcing a relationship with people, you're destroying yourself anyway. When you force relationship, you are hurting yourself. When you let go, you are hurting yourself. But the difference is, when you let go, you're hurting yourself, but in the long run, you're healing yourself. When you force a relationship, you're hurting yourself, and it becomes self-destruction. There's no healing in a forced relationship with the coworker, with the lover, with the family member, or a friend. Those of you who are listening and unsure if you're forcing a relationship, here's a few signs of forcing a relationship with others: your coworker, friend, lover, or family member. You are always there without an invite. You hear from a third party that someone's having a gathering and you wasn't invited, but you think, oh, that's my friend, or that's my family member, or we work together. I'm just going to get dressed and go to the party. And when you leave, you feeling worse than you felt when you went without the invitation, because people showed you who they were and you didn't believe them. That's why you showed up. They do not talk as much. Do you find yourself talking to yourself at times? Do you find yourself always making the phone calls? Do you find yourself trying to pull conversation out of your coworkers, your lover, your friends, or your family members? If a person only hangs out with you if there's a third party involved, you're forcing that relationship. If a family member only engages with you during family events, you're forcing that relationship. If your lover only want to go out on double dates with his homie or with her girlfriend, you're forcing that relationship. If a friend only hang out with you when there's a group of people or a party and they never want to be with you by themselves or never offer to go out with you, just y'all two go hang out, you're forcing that relationship. If you've expressed your feelings to someone and they haven't changed, you're forcing that relationship. You have to love yourself enough not to force a relationship with someone who doesn't want a relationship with you. And as harsh as it sounds, you can't make anyone love you. You have to love yourself. You have to love yourself enough not to allow people to hurt you. When you force a relationship with someone, you open the doors to people to take advantage of you. You become a doormat. Unfortunately, people misconstrue love for weakness and they take advantage of you. When people seek love from family and friends, they allow people to take advantage of them. And you can't continue to do that. If you're listening to this show tonight and you can relate to the topic of discussion, I want you to love yourself. Put the energy that you put in others, put into yourself. All that you do for others, put into yourself. When people show you who they are, believe them. Stop forcing relationships and don't let people double back. Love them through God. Don't make yourself available to people that don't make themselves available to you. You can love people through God, and you have to love yourself more. How do I, Atiya Turner, know about forcing relationships? Well, I would like to share an excerpt from my book, The Rising of Her Gifts. There's a story behind every smile. My inner peace comes from a lot of pain, childhood trauma, troubled teenager, and a lost young adult. But by the grace of God, I've learned how to heal and deal. Heal from the past and deal with the present. Gazing at large bodies of water is painless, peaceful, and is a form of communication with God. Until you experience the pit of hell here on earth, it's hard to understand someone that has. Forcing relationships will only hinder your healing process. Surround yourself around like minded people. Do not allow others to shatter your dreams. Stay focused and have faith. When you think you're alone, you're not. God will always place good people in your path. You guys have a great night, and thank you for listening to Fun After 40.